So I had a couple of 401k questions pop up in my feed. I just wanted to share at least what my answers are to those. And I want to start with a quick story. I have heard through other source of some people that have taken, when they retired, took all of their money from their 401k to buy their dream house and basically emptied all of their backup money. And I just would like to point out that that's not really a great idea. And I'm not a money expert by any means, okay? There are plenty of certified financial planners that do videos on YouTube that you can go to find out about this kind of stuff or seek out their advice. But anytime you use all of your cash means you have nothing left to work with. And if you're gonna live on your Social Security, after that, probably not a great idea, especially now. Now, real quick about Social Security. I don't know if you heard this week, they released some new information. It looks like it's worse than they figured again, right? Just recently I did an update where they said, no, it's gonna be 2034. Well, now the estimates are that the trust fund money for Social Security is gonna run it in 2032, meaning that the average consumer that collects Social Security will lose approximately 24% of their benefits starting 2032 if they don't do something to revamp the system. Now, just real quick, Trump's bringing in all these billions of dollars, whatever it is. How about shore up Social Security for a change instead of issuing refunds to the entire country? That or pay off some debt. Anyway, just my opinion. Back to the 401k though. So never a good idea to take all your money out. As far as I'm concerned, I think any financial expert would tell you the same thing. Don't spend all your money on a freaking house, okay? Now, it'd been different had those folks maybe bought an apartment complex, something that's gonna yield them a return continuously. And that's a good investment at least. But just a plain house to live in because it's your dream house, and then now you're just gonna live on Social Security benefits because that's all you have left, kind of sketch to me. Okay. Second, even though you may be in the 59.5 group where you don't get the penalty for taking withdrawals, you need to understand that if you have Fidelity, especially, and I can only speak for Fidelity because that's who I have, they take 20% of your withdrawal regardless. If you are working and withdrawing from your 401k at non-penalty phase, 59.5 or above, they take 20% no matter what. That's the minimum they take. So if you are taking money out to pay something off, understand that going in. You're gonna take a tax amount out. So if you're taking 40 grand, hoping to have 40 grand, you're not gonna have 40 grand, okay? They're gonna take 8,000, so you're gonna end up with 32. If that's what you need to pay something off, maybe think about that again. Secondly, just because the 10% doesn't hit doesn't mean that you're not getting penalized, because when you withdraw money, you are losing long-term gains out of that income, out of that money that's in there, right? And right now the stock market is doing really well if you're in stocks, and so now is probably not a great time to withdraw, as I talked about previously. Thirdly, you can still do loans. You can still borrow your own money and pay it back. And if you're want to use your 401k money to pay off a high interest loan, chances are pretty good the rate you're going to get on your loan from your 401k that you're paying yourself back is going to be better than that credit card is anyway. If you're paying at 18 or 20% on a credit card, chances are pretty good your 401k loan is going to be less than 10%. I have noticed that the percentage they charge you on your 401k is based on your average return on that money that you have in your 401k. So if you're sitting idle on your hands and only making 3, 4, or 5% on your 401k right now, your loan's probably going to be 3, 4, or 5%. If you're making 8, 10, 20% on your 401k, your rate's going to be higher because they're trying to. The incentive is right. You're replacing the income you're losing by taking it out. So you're replacing the interest rate that your average that you are losing because of the withdrawal. So if you're averaging higher, you're going to pay higher interest rate. Still probably cheaper than most people can get at conventional banks, but something you need to know and keep in mind. Anyway, just wanted to update that. If you have any questions or comments, I appreciate them. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.